Prelude by Matteo Carcassi on page 62 is an excellent arpeggio study that also introduces a bar chord. So it really does build on all the information that we've been working on up to this point. It uses chords that we're familiar with and that we've played also up to this point. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The piece utilizes what is one of our basic arpeggios, but kind of makes it a little bit more complex. If we look at the arpeggio, our I, M, and A fingers are on the top 3 strings, and they stay there for the entire piece. And in fact, if we just look at I, M, and A, we have an I, M, A, M arpeggio. So I'd break that out, and I'd just start to work on an I, M, A, M arpeggio. Of course, all free strokes. And if you need to review the free stroke video, do so now. Now the thing that makes this a little bit more complicated is that we add a thumb at the same time as the first index finger. So we're going to go ahead and play that thumb on the 4th string. So we have and this is our pattern for the entire piece. So now let's look at the left hand. The piece starts out with our D minor chord shape that we've done in chord breaks and we'll use in a number of pieces. So if we just apply the D minor shape, and as a quick review, first finger on the 1st string, second finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and either 3rd finger or pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. If we apply that chord shape, and now just do the arpeggio pattern we just practiced, we have the first measure. The next chord shape is an A. We don't have to play the first finger because we're playing the open 5th string and not playing the 4th string, so we only need fingers 2 and 3. We move to A7 by adding the pinky at the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And resolve back to D minor. So now we have some interesting chords. We go to a C7 chord. And we don't need to put down our 2nd finger because we're not going to play that 4th string. But we do have to make a pretty quick change from D minor and get our 3rd and 4th fingers planted in the left hand. And that's a good practice all by itself. Once we have those, we add the 1st finger, C, on the 2nd string. And now we switch to an F chord. F on the 4th string, 3rd fret, A on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and a bar that is going to cover the first 2 strings at the 1st fret. This is our F chord. Now you'll notice in the score, this is notated with a little 1/2 C and the large Roman numeral 1. The C stands for capo. A capo just like we've used when we did free falling and we needed to adjust the pitches of the string. But in this instance, we're capoing with our finger. So our 1st finger is going to cover the 1st and 2nd string, capoing them, with those other fingers down. So if we start in measure 5 with the C7 chord, we have, here we go, lay down the bar. The next chord is in E7, E, G sharp, D. And then the rest of the piece is a repeat back to our A chord, to A7, D minor, A, A7, D minor. So this piece really does combine this interesting right-hand pattern with chords that we know and the introduction of this F chord with the bar. It's a great practice to start building bars and to understand how they're notated in classical music. I look forward to hearing you play this and be ready for more complicated pieces.